Alright, brothers and sisters, today we're going to memorize John 6:44. It is very late in the day, but I figured I'd get something up before the night is through. We're going to be using Scripture Typer, as always. Highly recommend this app. That's Milo, my cat, in the background, and the air conditioning. So anyway, my verses. I'm going to go to my verses, hit the top three dots in the right corner. Milo says hi. New verse, John 6:44. Familiar with this one? This is one of the go-to verses for predestination debates. Very interesting debate that I want to post about. This might already be in predestination, but we'll put it in verse today. You can organize your verses in collections. So anyway, there's three steps after you import the verse text. John 6:44. You're going to go to that. Yeah, I got a couple predestination verses. All right. So, three steps. You're going to type it, then memorize it, then master it. So, when you type it, you're going to type the first letter of each word. The whole word should change from gray to black. If you make a mistake, the phone should buzz or and the text will turn red. So, let's go ahead and get started. No one can come to me unless the Father who sent me draws them, and I will raise them up at the last day. John 6:44. Alright, going to retry it. No one can come to me unless the Father who sent me draws them, and I will raise them up at the last day. John 6:44. I like to do each step at least 3 times. It's a 3x3 method, or the Trinity of Trinities method. No one can come to me unless the Father who sent me draws them, and I will raise them up at the last day. John 6:44. I highly recommend that you recite the verses as you're typing. So you're reading, you're typing, you're reciting, you're listening, you're interacting with the verse in many different ways, all at the same time. This is why this app is so great. So the second step is memorize it. It's going to take away half the words, so you have to recall what's in that blank, but you still are hitting the first letter of each word. So no one can come to me unless the Father who sent me draws them, and I will raise them up at the last day. John 6:44. Once again, the other words will be visible now. So no one can come to me unless the Father who sent me draws them, and I will raise them up at the last day. John 6:44. And one more time. No one can come to me unless the Father who sent me draws them, and I will raise them up at the last day. John 6:44. Then master it. So with no helps at all. You're just going to go completely from memory. So no one can come to me unless the Father who sent me draws them, and I will raise them up at the last day. John 6:44. So after you've said it so many times, you should almost hear your own voice in your head by now. Now, once you get 100% accuracy, you might not get on the first time. I usually don't get on the first time, but if I'm only doing one verse, it's a little easier. When you do passages at a time, which is very doable, that might take a little more doing initially, though. So once you get it at 100% accuracy, I recommend that you try to get it 2 more times for 3 total times at least of 100% accuracy. You really want to practice getting it right more than you practice getting it wrong. So let's see if I can do it again. No one can come to me unless the Father who sent me draws them, and I will raise them up at the last day. John 6:44. And one more time. No one can come to me unless the Father who sent me draws them, and I will raise them up at the last day. John 6:44. There you have it. That's a quick tutorial on how to memorize John 6:44 using the Scripture Typer app. This is Danny from CatchForChrist.net. Thank you for watching. I'll post this video. I might do a translation, but I'm probably not going to do the context and all that like I've done for some of the previous posts. Just couldn't. I can't really keep that up as much as I like to. I have class coming up, an intensive class next week, so I got a couple papers. Anyway, have a great night at this point. God bless. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.